turn left. We can say we've been to Kosovo.
You have your passport?
Yeah. I don't, so I'll have to take a short hike over the mountain. Probably a long hike. Don't even the locals, they will stop here.
Kind of. You'll see.
That's a little old car there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All terrain, and it's so small.
And it's like super simple car, but it's super effective. And
Wow.
people still look to buy one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're usually white, most of them. But sometimes you see different colors, and they like hunt it. People who hunt use them, people who want to go to the mountains. Sure to start to see why we stopped down there in the official park.
Yeah.
So people that live here, they have some room for their cars.
Right.
But in general, the village was not when it was built, and it was when it people lived here for the most part. There were no cars around, and nobody planned for the cars.
Can I just say, is that part of the village up there?
Yes.
Wow, so it's actually quite a big village because it goes all the way up there.
Okay. Yes. Sure. In area maybe.
Yeah.
Not many houses here. And there is the Bulgarian road.
Oh, that's a Bulgarian
It
rose.
even has a bee inside.
Oh my gosh, yes, collecting its pollen.
These are Bulgarian roses.
With a bee.
Leave places like this to go and study or work in a bigger town, in Plovdiv or maybe in Sofia.
Yeah.
And then also in the middle of 20th century, 1944, the communists took the power over the country, and they rapidly, artificially industrialized the whole country. It's throughout the 20th century,
Yeah.
more and more people started living, and especially during this, in the middle of the century, when more and more people needed to work in the factories and so on.
Yeah.
And at some point in the late 20th century, the village was almost empty. But then, maybe 20-30 years ago, people from Plovdiv, Asenovgrad, towns nearby, they noticed that there is a village in the mountains where it's very quiet, very relaxed, very different from the crazy town, let's say, and the stressful atmosphere and always traffic, and very cheap because everybody is leaving. Almost nobody left. Yeah. So they could, without selling anything, they could just buy for a few $1,000s, like a property, maybe have some more few $1,000s to maintain it and get it back in shape, and have a perfectly nice summer villa or even weekend villa.
Yeah.
Some people even can come up here like every afternoon when the weather is nice, because it's like a little bit over an hour from Plovdiv to drive all the way up to here, which is
It's quick,
it's
yeah.
quick, yeah, and it's very different.
It's beautiful,
As
actually.
you can hear, you don't hear anything. Recently maintained them. Some of them
are 400 years old, yeah.
I doubt this one is 400 years old, but some of them are from like 17th, 18th century, definitely. And you see some of them completely falling apart. Maybe up over here you see one that did fall apart. And
yeah.
Only parts of it are remaining. And so this one, the first floor is made out of stone, and the second is we have the wooden poles, and then we have mud bricks or clay bricks all the way to the top. This is how, for the most part, all around the country they were building. Maybe just the foundations or the first floor is stone, and then is clay bricks or mud bricks.
Okay.
But here in the mountains they have more stone, easier access to stone, and also they have the stone slabs roof that are very strong to hold on the weight of the snow in the winter. We don't build like the alpine very sharp roofs here, and so we just build them very strong and hope they hold the weight. And in order to hold the weight of the roof itself, you need a very strong house. So many times you'll see the whole house is made out of stone.
Wow.
And because they're so strong, they last for a long time. And people, when they buy them, they like, first, most important, they get the bathroom inside.
Oh yeah.
That's the main difference. And then maybe make some of the windows a little bit bigger, but most of the rest they can keep pretty much the same. Maybe some of the rooms are, they're like, the house is big enough, but it has more room because the family had more members back then.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll kind of merge some of the rooms to make it a little bit
Someone's
bigger.
building this one.
Yeah, so this one they saved the first house and then are building on top of it.
No, it looks lovely actually. Wow. How much do you reckon this would cost?
In the winter, around 8.
Okay.
But when the weather is nice, like today in the summer when it's day off, it's full of cars and full of people, and hundreds of people come throughout the day.
That's very lively with the music and everything.
In the village center.
Village centre.
This is the restaurant. This is the place to eat. For us, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, we have a better place with the mekitsi, the big ones.
Oh yes.
Like 10-minute drive.
Oh my
from here.
god.
But this is the only thing you can buy and do something in this village from.
Alright.
And how do you know? You see this green sign between the
Yeah.
two windows. It says in like a weird Bulgarian style script. It says Gas, Mas, Piron, Patron. It's like a rhyme in Bulgarian, and it means like gas, oil, nails when you want to build something, and bullets. So it's like if you want to cook something, if you want to burn something, if you want to build or kill somebody, whatever you need to do, you can find it here. This is the local restaurant, pub, shop, everything.
Wow. Oh, okay, so supermarket as well.
Hopefully now they don't sell bullets. I really hope so. Nobody wants to use bullets. But yeah, they have some basic, things to drink, to eat. Behind you is the building of the school.
Oh wow.
There was a school
That's a
here,
school.
not anymore. Now they use like a storage for.
That's
for the
tiny for a school. 5 kids.
They're like, they were, the classes were mixed, different ages, because there's not that many kids, so we can have like one class of each age.
Yeah.
But several classes here with a few teachers, and this was good enough for them for a while during 19th century mostly,
Wow.
and in the beginning of 20th century. But
Do you not park?
because if people don't stop where they're supposed to, there are signs everywhere when you stop, please stop here, please stop here. If they skip it for some reason, they But you can ask them if you like. If this is not okay, we can figure out one later.
Oh yeah, it even says WC. It says WC.
Yeah.
How is the toilet? Is it like old, like stony? Oh, squat one. Okay. Oh yeah. You know. Ooh, Turkish toilet. Interesting. Lots of flies on the ceiling. But you have a little mirror.
Не знаю. Ты раз и говорил. На задом.
Fresh mountain water.
Oh, a new water. I didn't see it.
Okay, yeah.
For 100 years of like a hunting group, people who hunt together, and it was established 1921, and a few years ago it was 100 years since they've been together. No, many generations they hunt together.
Okay. And that's all the names of the hunters?
No, that's all the names where they things that they established. It's like the local huts and like small churches around the mountain, and different every few years they like gather some money and make sure it's maintained, or they build a new one, and then they use it for their stops along the way, traveling around the forest to hunt.
Okay. So hunt animals.
Yes.
In the village, maybe. The posters, I think. Oh my god, something smells really good. The food smells really nice. Oh my gosh.
400.
I'm not sure.
I think it's just one.
No, that was just the house, I think.
Yeah, the house. Yeah, I mean the house.
This is nice. It's a very old church. Look at the door. Metal door. I like that. Is it like the oldest church in some, how old, like, is it one of the oldest churches or something, or?
Built in the middle of 19th century, 1852, I think it says on the door.
Okay. How old is the oldest church in Bulgaria? If you know, I don't know.
Depends what condition. We have remains of churches from 4th century,
Yeah.
because that's when Christianity became legal.
Oh.
Plovdiv, have you been to the Bishop's Basilica?
Yep, Basilica.
Maybe if we get back on time. Have you been to the Bishop's Basilica in Plovdiv? A lot of mosaics there. We've seen huge amount of mosaics, 1,500 years. Theater. Next
Oh,
to
behind
tunnel
the
underneath
amphitheater.
it. Bishop Basilica, and another thing, it closes at 6. Today is holiday. I don't know if it's different time. Does it close earlier or later? Maybe it might. In the medieval times there was a living headquarters neighborhood there. There were some graves there later.
Right.
So a lot of, again, like everywhere in Plovdiv, a lot of layers of history on top of each other.
Yeah.
And it took years really to excavate, but finally 2019 they built everything and they opened. And it's incredible.
Oh, I really want to see that. I have to see that.
While you are in the tree, and it has the same quality of mosaics, but just way less of them. And it's like 10 minutes walking from it, kind of behind it, a little bit further down the street. And the tickets are, if you want to see just the big one, it's 12 leva for one person. And they usually offer you combined one, because the other one is maybe 10. But they offer a combined one for 15 for both.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Good price.
Discount, yeah.
Good discount. And if you have time, I would recommend to see the small one as well, because it's way less.
Got some difference.
It's also very beautiful and different. I think actually the best mosaic, the mosaic of a deer, is in the small one.
Right.
That's my favorite mosaic in Plovdiv.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to see it, yeah.
And in the big one, it's mostly birds. There are many other symbols and things that you can read in. It's a pretty good museum. It's one of the newest ones we have. There is also a set of kind of VR glasses that you can put on
Right.
and kind of look around what it used to be like. Yeah.
So Basilica.
Bishop's Basilica.
Bishop's
the Basilica
Basilica.
of the Bishop. Or
Okay.
the big Basilica. You should be able to find it on the map. Also, some of my friends, their parents or grandparents, they bought houses here years ago. Some of them more recently. But a lot of them thought that they were going to, that they were saving the village because there's not many people here, and they come in and restore the house and take care of the road and things like that. And they were right, but also something else happened. They came here and they got the bathroom inside and maybe changed the windows and things like that, so they could stay here. But for the first few weeks and months there was not too much to do. They did not have their TVs and things that they wanted to get. Some of them never got the TVs because they noticed that it's so peaceful and quiet that it's worth keeping it this way, not involving more entertainment into it. But then you start to get a little bit bored. And when you get a little bit bored, you start thinking, what should I do? Maybe take care of this plant. Maybe start doing gardening. Maybe you like gardening.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even know you like gardening. Or maybe read a book. Or maybe, I remember years ago I like to paint. Maybe I started painting. And a lot of those people, like 40, 50 years old, started doing things that they really enjoyed.
Yeah.
They find it completely new, or they used to like it, but they did not find time in the busy traffic and stress of the bigger city. And it was also like the village saved them.
Yeah.
Because they changed as people and they became better. And I think if you believe in like energies and things like that, I think this place has a very good energy to it, because it's the only people that come here, they're either here because they stayed throughout everything, all the history of how everybody is living, so they really, really love the place. Or it's like people coming here with the best intentions to just enjoy their life, and and then being also, they appreciate it even more because the place helps them, the place saves them to some extent.
Yeah.
So I think it's like everybody's in a good mood, and it's a very, very positively charged place.
Yeah.
To see. And it's
Yeah, I
always always nice to be here, I think. For myself, I've seen this view a lot of times, many times, hundreds of times, maybe, I don't know. But first, I love nature, and second, it's very peaceful, and the people bring good energy here, not stress and not fights. And their religion, and this place is protected from the god, and they gathered money and everything, and they installed it. Just local people.
Wow.
There is like a trail that goes around, and you can get all the way up there.
That'd be so
Such
cool.
words in English. It's a Bulgarian
Yeah.
language is amazing. Yeah, but he's a good author.
Yes,
a little
very
bit
good.
for the Bulgarians, it can be a little bit too much of communist settings always, and we know too much of them. We don't need to read about them anymore.